In this short video, we are going to review the first and zero conditionals, as well as the time classes we can use to talk about possibilities in future. Let's see a summary of the two conditionals, of the zero conditional and the first conditional. Zero conditional is almost non-conditional, right? When the result will always happen, it is used to talk about facts, things that are always the same. It has simple present in the if clause and simple present in the result clause. If water is at 100 degrees, it boils. That is a fact. If people eat too much, they get fat. That is a consequence or result of what we mentioned at the beginning. So the condition itself is a fact. That is why we call it zero conditional, and it's completely real because we can prove it. I mean, it's something that, for example, in the first example, if water is at 100 degrees, it boils. We can prove it just because of science, right? You put some water on the stove and on a pot and you're going to see it, that when it is 100 degrees, it starts boiling. Then we have first conditional, things that might happen in the future. So we are starting talking about possibilities. And we are going to talk also about results. In the if clause, we have simple present, right? Like in the zero conditional. The difference is in the result clause, in which we are going to have the auxiliary will, right? For future. So will plus base form. If it rains, I will get wet. So the result of the rain is that I will get wet. Possibly I don't have an umbrella with me. If she runs fast, she will win the race. So the consequence of running fast is winning the race. This is what we have here in these specific examples. So zero conditional is simple present in both, and it is referring to facts. And first conditional has simple present in the if clause, will base form in the result clause, and is going to have a consequence of something, right? A future consequence or a future possibility, depending on the first part, the if clause. Also, we have future time clauses. They are going to work similarly to the first conditional, but the difference is that instead of using if, we are going to have some other words like when, until, or before. They are used to talk about possibilities in the future. So we can say that are also true in the future and that are similar, the future time clauses are similar to first conditional, right? So I'll go out as soon as you arrive here. So the condition is when you arrive here, I'll go out as soon as. As soon as you arrive here, I'll go out, right? So in one way or the other, we can have it. If we have the word, the phrase as soon as, that is the phrase that introduces the time clause. If it is at the beginning, so at the end of the clause or idea, we have a comma. If it is in the middle, we don't need the comma if we are writing, right? Some other phrases or words that can introduce the time clause could be as soon as, when, until, unless, in case, before, and some others, right? It's important to remember that the present tense can be simple present, present continuous, or present perfect when we use this, because it says any present tense after, when, until, before. So it means that in this example we have simple present, but we can also have present continuous or present perfect after any of these words, as soon as, when, until, unless, or in case. So those are the future time clauses. You also studied this previously, but this is just a refreshment. Remember, in this video we review zero, first conditional, and also these future time clauses. Based on this explanation, now is your turn to complete the exercises.